Hey guys, I hope you're all well and staying blessed. In today's video, I'm going to quickly break down GBP JPY, USD JPY, and the news that is up and coming this week. It's so late right now, it's literally 9 o'clock, and I'm going to try and get this edited and just up ASAP. I've already marked up my charts and done my analysis for the week, so I'm just going to quickly go over them because this is what you guys want to see. And before I get into this video, I do just want to say, if you click the link down below, Ascendex has just transitioned and migrated over to Quantical, and given that chance, you will have 50% off if you use my code KTRose in capital letters. I'm also trading with them and I'm willing to take you on the journey with me. So feel free to use the code KTRose for 50% off of all of your challenges. Let's get straight to the charts. Let's start off with news. So for the news this week, I literally cancel out all of my yellow folders and my grey folders, and I just allow my red and my orange, just so I know if it's like medium or major news. So here you can see, to be honest, Euro doesn't really affect my pairs as much, but of course, the Euro USD will correlate with like the USD JPY. So I do just leave it up and I'm just mindful of it. We have quite a heavy USD news this week. So I'm just going to be mindful this whole week and just allow myself to only get in the market around news and not when there's news, unless I'm in a trade and I'm moving my trade into profit. So just going over GBP JPY, if you've watched my last two analysis videos, I said I was waiting for price to pull back to my major support area, and it was either going to retest this area or retest this area. And we retested my 78.60, we bounced off of that, and we started to form an uptrend. Okay, so what I'm looking at now on this daily, I have put myself a Fibonacci, I'll just do it again for you, from this low to this high. So this low to this high, and I've got myself a 78.60 extension level. This will be my major rejection area, also using the 61.80. Now going down to a 4 hour, I now have this 78.60. It could also line up with my trend line and just come down to create a new higher low, if that makes sense to you. So we've got our high, and then I want to create a higher low around this area or this area. If I go down to a 30-minute time frame, I can see now more in depth. Okay, cool. Price has broke these previous higher lows, higher low, higher low, and it's now creating lower high, lower high. So what I'm looking to do, because if you look at price right now, it looks like it is downtrending. From having this nice sweep to the upside and then rejecting to the downside, and this actually here was one of my rejection areas and a major support that I've now turned from orange to grey. And if you go back to my previous videos, you will see that this was an orange area. We've had this major rejection, and this was a random spike, but it was because they elected a new prime minister, I believe, in Japan. So supposedly that's why this happened. So what I'm looking for going on the 4 hour, of course, I'm going to be going down to the 30-minute, the 15-minute to look for those pinpoint entries. I understand that price could literally react off of this area here and go to the upside. So if price feels like it, okay, actually, I'm not going to break through, let me just come here and start to create new higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, back up, and I'm looking for it to break this to the upside. Overall, with GBP JPY, I'm looking for it to create new highs and retest the previous highs. So I've got this option here, which I will move with the market depending on how it reacts tomorrow. And this is obviously me just coming on a Sunday and showing you, and I will catch my trades through the week and tell you the trades I've got into and upload that on Friday. So I'm also looking for price not only to do that and respect that area, but I'm looking for price to possibly break down and either retest this 61.80 and bounce up, or come to my 78.60 and literally give me a nice clean bounce up. So that's what I'm looking for overall with GBP JPY. I am looking for a bit of a pullback, possibly to come from here up here, but I'm looking overall for it to pull back to this area to give me a new level So if I was being realistic, this is what I would like to see from price. Maybe a little bit of consolidation, and then maybe a little bit like this, and then a little boom, and then up. That's what I'm looking for with the GBP JPY. And of course, it doesn't have to do that. It can literally come all the way to this major support. And if it does that, I'll be looking at the market and seeing, okay, it didn't respect the analysis I have. So let's now see how we can alter that and move with the market. I have this nice little trend line forming here. So I'm hoping that price just maybe bounces off that 78 on the lower time frame, or my trend line, and just gives me confirmation that we are going to the upside. But overall, on a higher time frame, this daily, I can see that we are now creating those new highs and higher lows. And why is that? Because this is a higher low, because it's a higher than that low. This is a higher high because this high is higher than that high. And this is a higher high. This is the highest point it's currently got to in this uptrend before rejecting to the downside. And now if I quickly go over USD JPY, it's literally the same thing I'm looking for, just a different pair, so it'll be a little bit different. So if you remember, with the GBP JPY, my major support, I was allowing price to get here or here. It didn't touch here, but it did touch here. But the body didn't close below this major support area that I had. So what I did is I put a Fibonacci, I'll take it off and draw it up again for you, get my fib tool from this low, this wick, to this high here. And that gives me a 78.60 extension level, which is my rejection zone. So I'm looking for, with this pair, price to get here. The second price gets here for me, I'm looking at buys. And you could look at this and say, this doesn't look like buys though, because you've got your lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. These lower highs are all lower than these previous ones, giving us a confirmation of a downtrend. But the reason I'm looking for buyers in this market is because I've got a nice doji and a bullish engulfing off of my major support area, which is resistant to the downside, which was my overall major support. Okay? And that is why I'm going to react with the market and move with the market. I'm looking for price to come here and then give me some bullish movement to the upside, and I will be buying. Again, understanding price might just do this and then start actually creating those higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Looking for maybe a little bit of consolidation around this area, maybe a rejection, and then to the upside and breaking through to my golden zone. Understanding that price doesn't have to listen to me. It doesn't have to follow my analysis. It can break through and break these lows. And if price does that, I will move with the market. But overall, I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback with both of my pairs and then looking for buys. So I'd say by Tuesday, there should be a bit of more clear direction, especially after the 7 p.m. news tomorrow on Monday. But be mindful that don't just jump in a trade because I've said I'm looking for buyers when it touches these two areas. Be mindful that 7 p.m. news could either shoot price up or it could shoot price down and make a massive wick on that daily candle. Just be mindful, and also remember that the lower on the time frames you go, you want to be looking, okay, cool, look, we've got a little bit of consolidation here. Candles are exhausted. It looks like there's buyers and sellers in the market, but no one really knows where they want to go. Allow the market to have its moment, to just play out and do its thing. There is no rush, and understand that we as traders can only move with the market. We do not move the market. I hope that gives you some clarification. That is literally what I'm looking for. And just remember to look out for price breaking the previous areas of importance. For example, this was an area of importance. It got broken, giving us a signal that we are going down. This, again here, has been broken. Are we going to break these wicks? This is why I have this little line on, because this is a mini area of importance. And if we do, I'm looking to target this area. And for me, I will be smart and sit out until price gets to here and have a nice trade. I would rather not try and catch sells. I would wait for price to get here and then have a nice lot size on and get in my buys. Again, you can count a trend trade if you're looking to get a couple sells and then buys. Please don't look at this as a signal and just understand this is what I'm doing. But I might look at price when market opens and price has gapped all the way down here. And then maybe Monday morning I wake up at 4 o'clock, get in the market already. I might have price open up here, we have a massive gap, and I know that gap will be filled. But you could get faked out and think, okay, price is going up. That's another tip for you. If there is a gap, most of the time, 90%, it will get filled. So be mindful of that. I hope this gives you some sort of clarification of what I'm looking to do in the market this week. And I will get in some trades this week if they align with my setup, and I will show you the trades I have caught. Don't forget, if you want the opportunity to get 50% off across all of your challenges, to use my code Katie Rose in capital letters. The link will be down below for the prop firm I'm using, and I will also be happy to show you my dashboard. I'm in drawdown in one of my accounts. I'm waiting for a funded account to come through because obviously they've just migrated onto MT5 and they've just changed all of their tech over. So I'm just waiting for all of my accounts to come back. And I'm happy to even do like how I'm crawling out of drawdown if you want to see that. If you're someone that struggles in drawdown or someone that maybe blows accounts, if you want to see how I'm getting out of drawdown on one of my accounts, please comment down below and I'm happy to do that video. On that note, I hope you all have a blessed week ahead. Please be mindful that this is not easy. And if you don't give up, you will have such an amazing trading success if you just watch the right people and you actually take the right advice. Don't just watch me and be like, oh my God, Katie said pull back and then buys and then jump in. Then when you get it wrong, you blame me. You come and blast me in the comments. I have told you, this is my weekly analysis. But on tomorrow, maybe the market opens different. Maybe when Jerome Powell speaks, it's going to change my decision. Maybe the market will have a massive wick to the upside or downside. And again, I will look at the market. I will move with the market. I hope you all have a blessed week ahead, and the affirmation for today's video is, I am ready to have a successful trading week. Stay blessed and take care. Peace.